What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 29 of my AlaMobile career mode. And we are finally back after 2 months of not doing it. And we are here in Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix, and we are already in the end of the Q1 lap, and we are in first place for now. But in the end, Verstappen caught us and we are down to P2 in Q1. But now let's head into Q2. So we are now going through the S's, and we nearly ran wide a bit there. We nearly touched the grass, but it wasn't that bad. And in the end, we set a purple first sector, a green middle sector, and now where will we end up? Coming to the start finish straight. Oh, the DRS open onto the line, and we're in P1 again. With the third sector also green. But in the end we're down to P3. Now Salvatore is the fastest. He went even faster than Verstappen. And this is how the rest of the results look like. And now head into Q3. We are now exiting the final corner of the Q3 run. Where will we place our car? For now we are down in P10, and onto the start finish straight we go, and we are on pole position. Another great lap, and we got it. But we're just 21 thousandths in front of the rest, with a big gap in sector 1, but they are caught up in sectors 2 and 3. And here's how the rest of the results look like. And then we'll head into round 14 or 15 in the second season. As we will start on mediums. And here are the results overall. All the quality results the drivers set. Our teammate will start from P18, unfortunately. Only out-qualifying the Audis, and here we go, 5 red lights off, and we go for this race, and both Ferrari directly overtake me, and I'm down to P3. We didn't have a very good start, but it was good enough to at least just hold on for P3, and now we directly re-overtake Oisil, and we're up to P2 now. Now it's only Lewis Hamilton left. We directly tried through the S's, but he covers me off and can stay in front. Now we are in P2 still, and Oisil is trying to come back as I try to defend into Degna 1 and exit Degna 2. We caught up to Hamilton, and now into the hairpin we go. We brake a bit too late, and you run wide a bit, and Oisil can use it to overtake me, and also Salvatore tries to overtake me around the outside, but I defend him, and I'm in P3 now. Into the spoon corners we go. We catch up a bit to Oisil. Around the outside I tried, but through the second spoon corner can stay in front, and he nearly loses the car exit. The second spoon corner. And now down to 130R we go. A fast left-hander. Into the chicane we go. We brake very late, we tap his rear a bit and touch the grass. And they cut a bit the chicane. We lost a bit of time, but it's not that much. In the end, Oisil even created a gap to me. As we are now starting lap 2 of 26. So the first turn we go, in the turn 2 we go. Now we'll come to the S's where we are strong. Around the outside I tried on Oisil, he squeezes me a bit, but I can nevertheless overtake him, and I'm up to P2 again. Now it's only Lewis Hamilton left, but now Oisil tries it around the outside. He tries to re-overtake me. Into the Degnas we go. Exit Degna 2 and we caught up to Hamilton. But our ERS is half empty. So we have to save a bit and we run wide, exit the hairpin. Can Oisil use it to overtake me? No, not yet. But he's very close. On the inside he goes. We don't defend. I try to defend from the outside, but we run wide. The mediums take us wide. But somehow we can stay in front and Oisil is behind. But now we defend the inside into 130R and he tries it around the outside and we can defend it again. Into 130R we go. Lewis Hamilton is already way too far away. What has he done in just one lap? And we again brake too late and have to cut the chicane. And now into the start finish straight we go. Oisil is really close, also Salvatore is close. And then we have got both McLarens. We try to defend the inside into turn 1. And it worked. But now Oisil also tried around the inside and around the outside. But we can defend and we're in front now. Through the S's we go, we catch up a bit to Lewis Hamilton. We have to make quick progress as this race is already 3 laps old. So into the middle sector we go. Through the Degnas, and 2 laps later I caught up to Hamilton and now I will try to overtake him as we cut this turn a bit using a bit much curb, and now on the inside we will make a surprising move and we're up to P1 finally after 5 laps. Before we lost the lead, we're now finally back in the lead again. And in the end, as we come to the spoon corners, he tries it on the inside, I leave him the room and he uses it and he overtakes me. I try to stay with him with the overtake, but he's too fast on the straights and our ERS is already empty, so I will save it for a better place to overtake him. Through 130R we go, down to the chicane. We got a DRS and we make a beautiful switchback move and we're up to P1 again. And now we also have got the DRS. Great. Now hopefully we can gap him and create a gap. But now he overtakes me again. A lap later with the DRS he overtakes me and he's up to P1 again. Lewis Hamilton. And now into the S's we can directly really overtake him, and so I'm now up to P1 again. Through the S's we go. We try to create a gap because the S's are our strong part of the lap, but we can't really create that big gap. And through the Degnas we go. We are nearly a second in front and we set a purple first sector. What a great sector this was. As we are now exiting the hairpin, Lewis Hamilton is really close and also Oisil is close and also Salvatore. As we come to the spoon corners, he tries it on the inside. I try to cover it off and I nearly lose the car. I tapped his rear and now both Ferraris and also Salvatore comes through and we are down to P4. And in the end of the lap, we again brake way too late and have to cut the chicane. And we are still down to in P4. I try everything to stay with them because they are pretty fast on the straights. As we are now come to turn 1 and turn 2, both Ferraris are ahead and some of them are a bit behind. And now here we go. We directly overtake the Mercedes, man. And we're up to P3. Now both Ferraris are left. On the inside we directly overtake Eisel and we're up to P2 again. Now it's Lewis Hamilton's turn. As we're catching him into the Dignas, we use the overtake to catch up to him, but he makes a late braking move. And we tap his rear and get a warning, but nothing more, luckily. Into the hairpin, he overtakes me around the outside, but exit the hairpin, I squeeze him a bit, and we can stay in front of him. Meanwhile, we're in lap 8. And as we are now coming to 130R, we try to defend the inside. And we are lucky. Are we lucky? He tries it on the inside through 130R and he is through. He didn't back off like Michael Schumacher did in 2006. But through the chicane we go, we catch up to him and we now have got the DRS. Onto the start finish straight we go. With the DRS, can we overtake him? The top speed is not that much quicker than his. And we take him wide and we nearly lose the car again. What an attempt this was. We nearly killed him. But we're through now. Through the SS we overtook Hamilton. Through the SS we can now make a gap on Hamilton. And a lap later we created the gap that we need. And through the Dignas we go now. A bit wild running through Digna 1 and we take too much curb. We use too much curb in Digna 2 and the curb nearly sends us into the sky. Somehow we can save it and both Ferraris come through. And we are now down to P3 again. But on the start of lap 11 we caught up to them again and directly overtaking Eisel and trying to also overtake Lewis Hamilton. Around the outside we tried. Can we overtake him? Yes we can. And we're up to P1 again. And somehow Yuki Tsunoda is in P5. What did he do that he's so far up in the field? And now we try to defend the inside of turn 1 as Lewis Hamilton tries it on the outside and overtakes me and brake checks me. What is he doing? And into the S's, I can overtake him again. He squeezes me a bit, but now we squeeze him back and we're up to P1 again. Meanwhile we're in lap 12. Just overtook both Ferraris and now into the spoon corners we go once again and the Ferraris caught up. Lewis Hamilton tries it on the inside, but I can defend from the outside and I can stay in front. No, I nearly lose the car again. I didn't see that he was still next to me, but this was way not that problematic than the contacts I had before. And now through 130 and now we are on the inside and we overtake him. We're up to P1 and Lewis Hamilton had to back off around the outside. And we are up to P1 as I said before. And now we are heading to lap 13 and Lewis Hamilton, Eisel is in the pits and Lewis Hamilton overtakes me without DRS. What head top speed he has got. And I had a little look on the inside into turn 1, but I didn't commit for it. Into the S's we go and now we can overtake him finally. So we are up to P1 again. Through the S's we go. In the end of lap 18 we come to the pits as nothing happened. And we'll change to soft tires. And out we come. In P4. No, the Ferraris made a huge undercut on me. The undercut also works to the AI. This is crazy. I've never seen an undercut from the AI making on me. This is crazy. Normally I always make the undercuts on the AI. Now they made it on me. And we are now, as we overtook Oisel, we are now in P5. As Lewis Hamilton is still in front of me. And through the Dana 2, we run wide a bit. And we top the wall. But we're all good. Luckily turned off damage mode. And there's a yellow flag. There's a McLaren in the gravel. What did he do? It's IR proof. I think he's not continuing anymore. As we're now heading down the start finish straight, we're up to P2 as Duan and Taco van Horn pitted. So the first 2 turns we go. And IR proof. Yes, he retired. As I already thought, he won't continue. And now we overtake Lewis Hamilton around the outside. And he gives me a love tap. But we can stay in front of him. And now into the spoon corners we go and he overtakes me again. But with the soft tires, I can directly re-overtake him. And we're up to P1 again. As we are now in lap 20, fast forwarding a bit into the hairpin, into the chicane we go, and there's a safety car! There's a safety car! A late safety car! Could it change everything or not? Or will it just punch up the field and then we'll continue racing again? But a late safety car, it could change everything. And there's the safety car. As we catch up to him. What is Lewis Hamilton doing? He has a pretty big gap to me. And in the end of lap 23, the safety car comes in. And we'll continue with 3 laps to go. Can we also set a new fastest lap as Oisel has it till now? On the start finish straight we go. We had a good safety car restart as Lewis Hamilton couldn't do anything. Into the S's we go. We already try with mid-ES mode to set a new fastest lap. Through the S's we go. And on to this little straight, and we are now cutting to lap 26 as there nothing happened. Our last attempt to make the fastest lap, as we already did it on the previous lap. If you want, I can upload the attempts as an extra video. But now I will try to improve the fastest lap, but it's not really looking good with a yellow first sector. As we are now heading to the spoon corners, the last lap of the race. Through the both spoon corners we go, exit onto the start finish straight. Down to 130 we go. Can we set a new fastest lap? And can we secure us our first ever world championship? As we set a green middle sector. Onto the start finish straight we go. With a good third sector, and we're world champion in AlaMobile Season 2 with a Williams. And our teammate is down in P16 as 2 drivers DNF'd. And here is the podium. With both Ferraris in P2 and P3, they will score more points than us in the Constructors' Championship. But we outscore Mercedes and we also outscore Red Bull, which means we'll be up in P2 in the Constructors' Championship standings with 39 points behind Ferrari. What a great season, what amazing season this was after the Imola scandal. We're now 1 race before the end, world champion. We are world champion. And here are the Drivers' Championship standings. We're 57 points in front of Verstappen. And in the Constructors' Championship standings, we're up to P2.